And by watching this podcast, you are already a better mom. I know some of you are at home right now thinking you thought this day would never come. It's back to school. It's the most exciting time of the year for any mom. For any mom, it's back to school time. Now that the kids are back to school, let's talk about them. We're going to talk about my experience going back to school. I went to 13 different schools. I'm also going to give you my top 5 recommendations on how to make your back to school seamless, smooth as possible. And your kids are going to be the best behaved kids in the school because you're going to follow my rules. I'm on the phone. It's the chaotic mornings that you've missed all summer. It is packing the bag so frantically that you don't know if you put in the granola bar or the ruler stick, which by the way, why can we only eat the granola bar when it's at school? Why can't we eat the granola bar at home? I remember when summer would end and my mom would take us back to school shopping. She would wait until the weekend before we went back to school. And this woman is in Walmart just sweating, anxiety attack, just yelling, like, you're not getting that. Just that plus sweat. That was my back to school experience prior to going to the actual school. For some reason, I was only allowed to have shoes that were bigger than my actual feet. I understand I'm going to grow into the shoes at some point, but why can't I have shoes that fit me right now? That's the most interesting part about back to school shopping is that you're not allowed to have anything that fits you right now because you're going to grow. Why is it my fault that I'm growing? That's what people do. That's what people do. I grow because I'm a child. That's what I do. But like, no, oh, these don't fit. You're going to grow into them. Back to school is fun. Every single mom, the whole summer is, I'm going to miss them so much when they go back to school. I'm going to miss them so much when they go back to school. As soon as the doors close on that bus, you are celebrating. That's like, I'm going to miss them so much. What am I going to do with my time? Enjoy it, have a nap, use the bathroom without somebody bothering you. I'm a good organizer, and being a good organizer really made me a bad student, especially for substitute teachers. I want to formally apologize to any substitute teacher that taught me along my career as a student. Sincerely, I apologize. There was one supply teacher that came into the school and really did not think that I had the communal organizational skills needed to control the entire classroom. And I did. As a child, I controlled the whole classroom. The supply teacher came in, and when the national anthem played every morning, which it did every morning in all of the schools that I went to 13 different schools. In all of the schools that I went to, the national anthem would play every morning. And of course, we would rise for the national anthem. And I convinced a substitute teacher that at our school, we didn't stand up during the national anthem. And the whole class complied. All of the students just listened to me along with the substitute teacher. I should not have been given that much power as a child. That's a crazy amount of privilege given to somebody who doesn't even know how to spell the word privilege at that time. All of my first days, all of my back to school days, they all started out quiet, but within a week, I figured out where the buttons were and I pressed them. I pressed them as a kid. Let me tell you, you, the amount of notes from teachers that I came home with is astonishing, really. Like I could fill a book with just the notes and it would be a big book, like a 3-part series, like something to really challenge the Harry Potter books, like just as many pages and just as many books of just notes that I had to bring home and have my mother sign because I was misbehaving in school. I went to jail. I went to jail when I was like 9 years old There was this hotel that my friends and we just wanted to snoop around, and we tormented the staff of this hotel so much that they called the police, and the police took us to the police station, and they had to go. Imagine getting a call from the police. We have your kid. He was trespassing at a hotel and he's 9 years old. That's what my mom dealt with. Imagine being the mom of that child and trying to keep a straight face. As the police officer is telling you, yeah, the hotel staff called the police because your kid won't leave the hotel alone. That is funny. That would be challenging to keep a straight face and not laugh, because if you laugh, it's only going to encourage the behavior. And she laughed. You know what? I think this school year, is the last school year that you as a mom are going to have to deal with yelling at your child to get awake. I feel it. I feel it. There's no more you're going to miss the bus. No more of that. No more of get up. We're done. We don't need to yell anymore. We can save our voices. The stress, the chaos that it puts on you, we no longer need that. We're no longer living like that. I'm calling it into existence for you, for moms all around the world. We are no longer going to have kids that don't get up on time, that are disorganized, that are forgetting their stuff, they're doing their homework, they're getting home. That is what I'm calling into existence for you. It's not going to work, but I'm calling it into existence for you because I don't believe it. I believe that this will be your life moving forward. This school year is going to be the one that is different. It won't. Your day should not start with get up, you got to go to school. It shouldn't start with that. But we both know that that's how it's going to start. That's how the year is going to start. Now, I've got I've got my top 5 strategies, my top 5 tips on how to make sure that this school year is the one that changes. Your kids are going to be on the best behavior. They are going to get good grades. You are going to be so relaxed and calm and organized. No more chaos. No more chaos. Here's how we do it. Step 1. Step 1. Step 1. We're going to practice every Sunday. Every Sunday becomes Monday. You set the alarm on Sunday morning. You set the alarm for Sunday morning. You wake them up and we're doing a drill. We are doing the bus is coming drill, and we're getting them prepped, primed, and ready for Monday morning. So we're taking away all of the anxiety. We're doing exposure therapy. We're doing exposure therapy. Sunday morning, we get them up. We grab your bag. It's time to go. The bus is coming. They're going to be so confused, and we're going to get that out of their system. So that way, Monday feels like Tuesday because we already got up early. Tuesday's a little easier to get up because we already did it Monday. So we're doing that Sunday. Sunday morning, it's Sunday morning. Every Sunday morning, it's drill day because we're getting them primed and ready for the week. That's step 1. Step 2, we're meal prepping. So we have them up and at 'em on Sunday morning with all of that energy, all of those endorphins, all of the chemicals that make their brain awake and ready to go. We're immediately putting that into meal prepping Sunday morning. We are packing the lunches for the week. So we're putting the granola bars and all of the things in the little bags, and everything is going to be ready for the week. Everything is going to be ready for the week. Sunday morning, we get them up, we get them in the kitchen, up in the kitchen. We get them up in the kitchen Sunday morning. We're meal prepping, doing all of the lunches. We're going to value their lunches. If they're up Sunday morning making lunches, sleep deprived, they are going to really enjoy their lunches throughout the whole week. Step 3, we get them to bed early. Early. We manipulate the clocks. We put it's 10 o'clock. You got to go to bed. I'm like 7:30 in bed, sleeping. We got to take away the screen times. We got to, like, in bed, change the clocks. Make sure you have like one good clock that you know the actual time of things, but we're changing the clocks. We get it They got to get to bed. They got to get to bed. I mean, that one's pretty simple. Get into bed. Go to bed. Simple. Start that, because I know getting kids to bed, it's always a 3 hour journey. So start it at like 5 o'clock after dinner. After dinner, start putting them to bed, but change the clocks. Change the clock so the kids think that it's like super late. They think they're going to bed at 11. Really, they're going to bed 6:30 at the most. Step number 4. If they miss the bus, you're responsible to take them to school. You're going to start listening to terrible music that they really hate, and you're going to listen to it loud in the car. They don't want to spend any time with you in the car from now on. They want to be on the bus. They do not want to take a car ride with you. I'm talking, listen to like the worst possible music. Whatever they're listening to, the opposite. The opposite. I can tell you, I have 10 nieces and nephews. None of them want to be in the car with me because I control the music every time they're in the car with me. They do not like my music, and I don't drive them anywhere. They will be ready to take the bus. They will be ready to take the bus. And when you take them to school, you take the long way. So that way they listen to every song on your horrible playlist. They won't miss the bus again. And step number 5, our last step, just tell them to do it. Just tell them to do it. Tell them to calm down. Tell them to be quiet. Just tell them. Try that. I don't know if you've tried that before, but just tell them what to do. They should listen. I think they'll listen. You know, it's time to get up, honey. Time to go to school, honey. It's time to get on the bus, honey. Did you do your homework, honey? Make sure you pass. Make sure you get good grades. Eat your lunch. Make sure you exercise. Make sure you go out and have fun with your friends. Be a good kid. Just do it. Have you tried that? I think that, if nothing else works, try that. And that'll work every time. Like my community gathering skills didn't just stop with supply teachers or with school. It transitioned over into after school programs. I remember there was a church down the street from my school that implemented an after school program. The pastor, his name was Pastor Martin, and we called him Pastor Martini. I'm so sorry, Pastor Martin. I'm so sorry. My friends and I went to this after school program the first week that it was implemented, and we decided that we really could make it more fun if we tormented this pastor. The second week that he had this after school program for the community, really, we decided to play hide and seek in this big church. And we just ran, all scattered and ran and hid. And this poor man was forced to find like 6 children hiding in his church because he just wanted to be a good person and offer a place for kids to hang out after school, keep them off the street. But no, we had to go in and completely ruin his day. And we hid good because we're so small. We're so small, we can fit into little tiny areas. He couldn't find us for hours. He would try and find us. The after school program stopped at this church within a month of it being implemented, and he would always park his van. He had a family van, and he would always park it on the street in front of the church. So whenever we would leave school and walk home, we knew that Pastor Martin was at the church whenever we saw the van outside. So what we would do is we would knock on the door of the church, and he would answer, and we would say, "Oh, we need to use the bathroom." And he would say, like, "No, you can't come in because the last time you came in, you just ran and hid and I couldn't get you out." And we're like, "No, like we promised, like just one of us needs to use the bathroom, whatever." And he would open the door for one of us to go in, and we would all sneak through and we would all run. Him and the secretary of the church used to literally spend hours to try and find us. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. But that's how I was as a child. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited about being back into the routine, the fall routine. It's so nice. The kids are going back to school. It's pumpkin spice latte time. We can go to the pumpkin patches. We could do the harvest festivals. It's so nice. The hornets are already out. It's just such a good time of year, and you get to go back to yourself and have your space throughout the day. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, comment, share with your friends. People need to know about this podcast. Follow me on my other socials as well, Snapchat and TikTok and Instagram. And by watching this podcast, you are already a better mom.